Conservative pundits are expressing some outrage over a new ad put out by Oreo, teaming together with PFLAG. So now it's basically, I'm not going to show the video. It's like a short 2-minute film about somebody coming out to their family. Very heartwarming, wonderful stuff. And basically the whole message is, well, be an ally. Be a good ally to the LGBTQ IA plus community. And I think that's an overall good message. And by the way, it's not really just an ad that they're sending. Oreo is actually also donating $500,000 to the organization to help gay people. And I think that's fantastic as well. So a little bit of money where their mouth is, fantastic. And look, the reason that I point that out is because I've been pretty critical to companies that will do basically some rainbow capitalism, right? They'll put out a nice little message like Black Lives Matter, or we support trans people, trans rights are human rights, and then they'll donate to some of the worst people in the world, in the country, that oppose same-sex marriage, that oppose trans rights. And so you really have to watch, right? And of course, the reason that they donate to these politicians is why? Well, we know it's tax cuts and deregulation. It's very, quote unquote, pro-business, right? So now Oreo, as far as I'm, as far as I could tell, Oreo hasn't been doing that. And so I think that's notable. Oreo, of course, has had other issues, labor issues, outsourcing issues, and all of that, of course, is important to point out as well. And so that said, on the issue of LGBTQ plus rights, well, Oreo seems to be actually doing a pretty good job. And they've been, of course, doing pro-LGBTQ stuff since like 2012, at least. So that's good. That's very good. Now, other companies like Walmart, Amazon, and McDonald's, well, those are the people who have done that rainbow capitalism and have donated to members of Congress who voted against the Equality Act. According to Business Insider, Comcast, UPS, and AT&T have also each donated over $2 million to anti-gay politicians, according to Forbes. So there you go. Now, as far as I know, Oreo, consistent with their support. That said, let's go to Oreo Senior Brand Manager Olympia Portal saying, and this was an interview with Fast Company, saying the note, which is what the short 2-minute video is called, is not Oreo's story. Oreo is just there to lend our megaphone to the community we want to support. To illustrate the message we as a brand want to stand behind is a great place to start. All right, totally fine. Good. You know, I have no problem with lending that platform in order to basically allow them to send out a good message, a positive message. Yes, be a good ally to the community. Great, wonderful. So now, that said, people are not happy about this. You can guess who. This has essentially broken conservative brains. In fact, let me give you one tweet here. This is Newsmax host Greg Kelly. Here's what he had to tweet. I'm sorry, I'm going to read it. Cookie. I love cookies. C is for cookie. Cookie is for me. I do not like gay cookies. Sexuality has nothing to do with the cookie experience. It's the cookie experience, everybody. Yeah, apparently you cannot get in the way of the cookie experience. Cookies are for all. Basically, cookies are asexual. Are you ascribing sexuality to a cookie? I thought you just said they weren't sexual. Asexual is a thing, by the way. Why is the woke left messing around with Oreos? Stop the insanity. Great. Fun. Unhinged. Unhinged. I mean, come on. The conservatives are sending out this message like, I don't like gay cookies. I like my cookies straight and heterosexual. And I also like my M&Ms a little slutty and my potatoes to be not gendered. My potatoes to be gendered. They must be gendered. Gender my potato. What? What? I don't understand. Okay, so here's the thing. I don't think gay people have been asking for gendered cookies or not, or any of this stuff, right? You know what members of the LGBTQ plus community are actually asking for? To be left alone. That's it. For Republicans to stop targeting them and attacking them and trying to take away their rights as human beings. Yes, that's what the community wants. That's the whole gay trans agenda, is for people to let them live their lives. That's it. And understand, like, okay, Republicans though think, no. They want gay cookies. They want everything gay. I mean, I kid you not. They do believe crazy stuff.
I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay.
That's what they think. That's what they think. It's complete and utter insanity. I mean, okay, but anyway, look, these gestures from Oreo, they're nice, and I do think representation matters and is important, but really the focus needs to be on Congress passing rights and protections for these communities. And look, we've seen hundreds of anti-gay bills, anti-trans bills being sent through red states all over the country. Why don't they stop that? That's it. I mean, again, Republicans are pushing these bills, and the LGBTQA plus community is like, no, let's not do that. Thank you. Really appreciate it. If you didn't like come after my life and me for basically no reason, because again, being gay and trans doesn't hurt anyone else. It just doesn't hurt anyone. But anyway, there's more freak out. Lila Rose, the founder of the movement dedicated to ending abortion, said she told Oreo to, quote, stop sexualizing children. What? What a weird, I mean, what are you talking about? Who's sexualizing children? No, what they're doing, of course, is they're pedo-jacketing everybody. And so now it's funny because Republicans in Tennessee just literally introduced a bill that would remove the age requirement for marriage in Tennessee. This is 2 years after they successfully passed a marriage age rule. And so they signed it, and then they got rid of it. And the guy who signed is like, I believe it was Congressman Leatherwood, who's like, oh yeah, we know it gets rid of the age requirement for marriage. Who cares? Okay, so 30-year-olds marrying 12-year-olds, that's fine. But being gay in Tennessee, not fine. Getting gay married, right. But it's the Oreos and the left that's the pedos, sure. Now, Kelly followed this up with a tweet comparing Oreos to gravel. Quote, not moist. Even a Nabisco knows the truth. The cookies are too dry. Milk reliant, not a standalone cookie. Go with the Fig Newton. We don't care about Mr. Fig's orientation. Wait a minute. Did you just assume the gender of a Fig Newton? What? I mean, weird. I thought you just said cookies should be asexual, shouldn't have genders. Now you're saying Mr. Cookie? Look, again, the whole thing is bizarre. But if you want to talk about dry, speaking of dry, we're going to go to Ben Shapiro. Ben Shapiro, he knows dry. He's very, very acquainted with the issue of dryness.
Wet ass P word.
All right. Now, he tweeted a link to the note. The accompanying caption read, quote, your cookie must affirm your sexual lifestyle. No, see, it kind of seems like projection there, Ben, because a cookie is not, that cookie apparently is not affirming your idea of what gender roles and lifestyle that you support. I mean, look, Shapiro, and by the way, talking about that, right? So this is a whole thing like, you have the left that's with these woke capitalist companies that are just, virtue signaling. Well, that is true to an extent, to be fair, because, again, it is about making money for these companies. That's their number one, their fiduciary responsibility is to return profits or returns for their shareholders. Sure. And guess what? Appealing to the gay community, who has money, by the way, is a good thing. That's a positive thing. It also means that we win the culture wars. But here's the thing. Virtue signaling, the people that call out the so-called virtue signaling the most are the ones who also tend to do it the most. For example, Ben Shapiro, when Home Depot was having some backlash because it decided to stay silent on an anti-voting bill in Georgia, Ben Shapiro decided that he would support Home Depot by going in, taking a photo of himself, getting one slice of board. I'll take one slice of pine, please. And then I'll take a picture of it. See, I care about it so much. No, all this is more culture war nonsense that they're doing, that they're pushing midterm elections, of course, and basically trying to support, to shore up what's left of their incredibly bigoted, hateful base.